All right, let's get right into it. We're going to take this really powerful, kind of romantic idea about human freedom and just slam it right into the messy and, let's be honest, often hilarious reality of what it means to actually have a body. So, we're going to start with this totally electrifying concept from the philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre. It's an idea that basically puts you, and only you, in the driver's seat of your entire life. And it all comes down to this one famous phrase. What it suggests is pretty mind-blowing. That we're not born with some pre-written purpose. There's no set identity, no cosmic blueprint already laid out for us. So here's the bottom line. You just show up. You exist first. And only after that, through all the choices you make and all the things you do you actually build who you are. You're literally the author of your own story, writing your own character into being with every single decision. It's an amazing idea, right? This wide open road of just infinite possibility. But let's pump the brakes for a second and ask a really simple question. Does that feeling of complete, limitless freedom actually match what it feels like to be alive day to day? Okay, so here's where things get really interesting. This is the part where that grand, soaring, philosophical idea comes crashing down to earth and smacks right into some undeniable and frankly pretty funny facts about being human. You know, the source brings up what Nietzsche might have called our laughable biological limits. We can't fly, we get weird eye twitches, we get older whether we want to or not, and yep, even the most brilliant poet or philosopher has to deal with the most basic, mundane bodily functions. There's just no escaping it. And this creates this incredible, almost absurd contrast, right? Between our highest ambitions, our search for truth and beauty, and the inescapable fact that we are physical creatures. I mean, just look at this. The source paints such a vivid picture here. You have the eloquent poet, maybe picking their nose, the deep thinker searching for life's meaning, who gets a random muscle spasm. It's this constant tug of war between our big, beautiful ideas and the simple, sometimes kind of gross reality of having a body. But here's the big twist. What if these physical facts aren't a cage? What if they're not actually limiting our freedom, but are the very thing that gives our freedom any real meaning in the first place? So let's try looking at this a different way. Our biology isn't some cosmic mistake we're supposed to overcome. It's not an obstacle on our way to some kind of pure, abstract freedom. Instead, these physical realities, getting tired, needing to eat, blinking, they're constant. They're an undeniable, ever-present part of being alive. You can't just wish them away. They are what they are. And this is the core idea. These undeniable facts, they act as a kind of semi-essence. Think of it like a biological anchor in the huge, wide-open ocean of possibilities. Now, this semi-essence isn't your destiny, okay? It doesn't tell you who you have to be, but it is your non-negotiable reality. It's the stable ground you stand on, the foundation from which you make every single one of your free choices. So let's bring this all home. How does accepting this anchor, this physical reality, actually lead to a stronger, more real kind of freedom? Well, the source argues that when we try to build a life or a belief system by pretending our bodies don't matter, our search for meaning just becomes empty. It gets shallow, fake, because it's completely disconnected from how we actually experience the world. So here's the real takeaway. Our freedom becomes meaningful not in spite of our limits, but because of them. The real challenge isn't to escape our bodies and become some disembodied idea floating around. The real work is to build a meaningful, purposeful life right here, inside this one specific, limited, and pretty wonderful human body that you've got. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If accepting your own biological anchor is the real key to being free, how does that change the way you look at your own choices, your own goals, your own purpose? What does it really mean for you to be free right here and right now?